catching drip from my wall. Yeah.
Looks like you lost another one.
See you catching drip from my wall. Shawty say it's my fault. Ooh, other side wall. She gon' fuck me.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Underwater FlyZone podcast. This is episode 9 of season 2, and today is our final guest episode of season 2. I'm here with my boy Lil Gat Fast. Say what's up.
What's up, everyone? How you doing? Thanks for having me, Fas. This is dope.
All right, before we get into it here, I just want to shout out my last vlog that dropped last Thursday. It was pretty crazy. Put a lot of hard work into it. I want everyone to go run it up. Pretty entertaining. So yeah, go check it out. But let's get into it here today. Again, I'm here with my boy Lil Gat Fast for the last guest episode of the season. So let's get right into it by talking about how we met. So he didn't actually meet me. I met him first because I walked into a Ray-Pac basketball game, looking the front row, and I see this dude screaming at the other student section, going absolutely nuts. And I'm like, this kid is crazy. I was a freshman at the time. I was like, this dude's nuts. Then life moved on, that was in the past. And then I started dating Macy, and Macy's brothers were really good friends with this kid. And next thing you know, I hear one of his songs called Reminiscing. Reminiscing by Lil Gat Fast. Go check it out. He took it off of Apple Music, though.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was an old song, but dude, that was a banger. So yeah, that's how I kind of got familiar with Lil Gat Fast. And then he agreed to be on season 2. So here we are. Let's get into it.
Yes, sir.
So I just wanted to ask you, how did you start music? Like, what was the first step you took to get into music?
So me, okay. Can I cuss?
Yeah.
All right,
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah.
Mom, just deal with it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Mrs. Foster. Mrs. Huggins.
All right, let's go.
So back in the day, we used to like freestyle a bunch of me and my friends. Like, I'm not gonna name them all because I just got a bunch of them. But we used to freestyle like in the garage and smoke or whatever, drink or whatever, do whatever we did. And some of my friends and I, we got decent at freestyling, and I was like, might as well make it like record this stuff because we were recording it on our phones and send it to people, and that was kind of how we did it.
Just throw a beat on, you just went.
Like
the dome.
like a YouTube beats, and we were just doing that. And then so me and one of my good friends, Quinn Perry, went to Best Buy and we bought a Yeti mic, the same exact mic.
Oh yeah, the old Yeti mic.
Back in the day, and we was recording on GarageBand. That's kind of just how I got into it, you know what I'm saying?
Fun fact,
that's how we start recording.
My favorite Lil Gat Fast song was made on GarageBand, 6-Gat Freestyle.
Oh yeah, that's 6-Gat.
That song is so fire, and to make it on GarageBand is crazy. So yeah, that's how you got into it, just by like freestyling stuff? Jeez.
Yeah, I was in this like Tech 9 Kendrick Lamar music video when I was a kid. And that kind of inspired me, like, to make me, like, want to do, like, something to get into music, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, like, that kind of, like, inspired me. Like, I don't even talk about that for real that much, but, like, it just kind of opened my eyes to, like, the music industry, I guess.
So you always kind of had a dream about it.
Yeah.
The freestyling happened.
Yeah.
But it got so serious so fast. How did it go from freestyling a garage with your friends to you dropping out of school to pursue this dream? Like, what were the steps and what was the mindset behind all that?
Well, so when we got the Yeti mic, me and Quinn, we were in high school still, like seniors, juniors in high school. And, we weren't putting it on, iTunes or Spotify or SoundCloud or anything. We weren't even showing people. We just, we had the songs on our phones when we were banging them in the car, you know what I'm saying, when we were driving and stuff. So then we got into college, and I got a better mic. I upgraded mics, and I finally got Logic Pro.
Logic Pro.
Yeah.
Is that like a recording type of thing?
So, yeah, Logic Pro is basically, it's a DAW. So, like, GarageBand is a DAW as well.
Yeah.
But GarageBand is the free version of Logic Pro.
Okay.
So it's like the upgraded, GarageBand. Like, it's like on steroids. Like,
everyone goes through the GarageBand phase, like playing around with it. But the fact that you mastered it still blows my mind. I couldn't figure that out to save my life.
Okay, I like, you could say I mastered it, but like, there's dudes that are making GarageBand like hits right now, like, and you wouldn't even know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy.
But like, I thought I mastered it whenever I got Logic Pro, because I'm like, all right, I mastered GarageBand. Now I'm going to get Logic Pro. My shit's going to sound so much better.
Exactly, yeah.
But in reality, I had so much to learn, like, that I didn't even know what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, but.
So you get into the new thing. I forget what it was
Logic
called.
Pro.
Logic.
Yeah.
You get into Logic Pro, and then you took the step to drop out. What was your like mindset and like influence behind like chasing your dream to that extent?
So like, I was hearing myself, like, I was making these songs, like, at first I'm like, all right, I made a couple good songs. Like, it's whatever. Like, I don't want to get my ego, because I don't, ego, can ruin you. Ego can literally fuck you.
It will. It will ruin you.
So like I had people bump my songs and stuff in college, and you know, I thought it was so cool that my friends were like listening to my stuff in college, and like they actually were like, "Oh, this is so cool that you're making music and stuff."
Exactly.
So by the end of my fucking junior year, I have a bunch of people in Columbia supporting all my underground shit. And we were doing shows and stuff in Columbia. So
talk about your first show real quick. I remember you told me your first show was in Columbia. Do you remember everybody from it?
Bro, I mean, all right. So it was at a day party, a darty is what they call it in college. So everyone was getting shit faced all day. And we had a party in my buddy's front yard, Chris Reddick's front yard, and so we planned having a little show there. Yeah. So we called in and a DJ and had a couple other rappers there and a videographer because we wanted to make a music video. Yeah. And so I ended up like blacking out on stage, and it was a great time. Don't get me wrong, but like I kind of wish I didn't black out on stage because I can remember it all. Exactly. But like we got it on video. We all got arrested like 2 or 3 times because it was during COVID, but
oh geez, yeah, dude, those times were crazy.
Yeah, so they would shut down the show, and then we'd get the show going again, and then they shut it down, and then we get it going again and relocate. So. Yeah, that is just nuts. It was crazy.
Is that where the 17 song cover was taken?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. All right, so you're really getting some good traction by having your friends bump your music. You were hearing yourself. You were thinking it was good, and then you were like, screw it, I'm chasing this dream and I'm not conforming to society, and I'm going all in. Yeah, that is such a respectable decision to make, to drop out and chase your dream, because a lot of people are afraid to do it.
Yeah. Like we were talking about this earlier about being a doctor. So like people are going to judge me because I dropped out, and they're going to be like, "Okay, he doesn't have a solid foundation." Like
exactly.
But someone that's a doctor, you're like, you look up to them. You tend to look up to them because they have a foundation. If you get your doctorate degree, you're almost always going to be successful unless you just really fuck
unless
up.
you really do something wrong.
You know what I'm saying?
Like doctors, they go to school for 8 to 10 years and they succeed. They graduate, become a doctor, make money.
Which is good.
That's their dream. Like, great for them.
Yeah.
But they get all the support. Why doesn't a guy like Lil Gat Fast, who drops out of school to chase his dream, he's doing the necessary work to chase his dream, people look down on that. Give Gat 8 to 10 years, and I'm sure you will see some success. And I think what the thing is people are afraid of the outcome. With a doctor, if you succeed, you'll be rich. Yeah. With you, if you fail, or I guess say that backwards. If a doctor fails, they still have all that schooling to fall back on. Yeah. For you, if you fail, you could be homeless.
Yeah.
So people are afraid of that risk. People are afraid of really taking that step to truly chase their dreams. But the thing is, this is your one life, so why would you not chase your dreams? Why would you try to be somebody you're not? That makes no sense to me.
That's kind of how I am. I didn't see myself wanting to do this college stuff, and you know what I'm saying? Why would I put myself in a box when I don't want to be in the box? I want to be outside the box.
Exactly. Why would you limit yourself to doing something you don't truly want to do? Because at the end of the day, when you look back, when you're 95 years old, if you look back and think, heck yeah, I chased my dream, I did exactly what I wanted to do with this life, you're going to be happy. But if you look back and think, gosh, I wish I could have dropped out and chased my dream, because what could have been? What could my life have been?
What could have been, bro?
Exactly. You don't want to be thinking, like, you don't want to have any regrets on your deathbed. That's something I think about so much.
Yeah, I think about that too, and it's something that you got to think about, because when you're 90 years old, let's say if you're 60 years old and, you look back on life, and you don't like the way you live, there's no restart. There's no
restart. And worst comes to worst. Say 10 years from now, I don't imagine this happening because this is the best upcoming rapper in Kansas City. Hypothetically, say he does fail, he still has so much life left. 30 years old is actually so young, and that's something people don't realize. When you're 30, you still have 50-something years left. You haven't even lived half your life yet. So there's time to restart. But when you're 80 or 60 or 70, there's not much time to restart your whole life. Yeah. So chase your dreams now while you're young, and I respect that so much. I've always wanted to tell you that. I think I've told you that, but I want to say it on air because I respect that decision so much. But what was your motivation for doing music? Why do you do it? Like, I know how you did it,
you
but
know,
why? Why do you do it?
I started off just to make cool songs, just so like my friends could listen to them. But then I realized like I've been through a lot of shit, and I started making music for like therapy for myself. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, I've been through a lot of shit, and just music, just saying what I feel and what I actually feel, and having meaningful lyrics in my songs. That, like, if you listen to my songs, you realize like most of the songs, if not every single song, the lyrics actually mean something. Whereas to like if you listen to other artists, like especially local artists, like they just talking about random ass shit that doesn't mean anything
Exactly.
to them.
You gotta talk about, like, that's where the genuineness comes in of your music, because Stay Inside, you're talking about some real stuff. Throw My Heart Away, literally saying you threw your heart away. Like, it doesn't get more genuine than that. Like you rap and sing and make music about real stuff. It's not even rap. Like the song Alone, that's a straight up rock song.
Yeah.
But it's all about like real, genuine emotion. And that, at least for me, that's the type of music I love to hear. And I know that I think my listeners, just the vibe that the Underwater FlyZone gives out, I assume all my listeners feel the same.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the type of music that really, needs to be made. And would you say that Young Swoop, local artist, he's the intro of this podcast. Like the intro song that we play every week was made by Young Swoop. Would you say that was some motivation to really take this seriously as well?
Oh hell yeah, bro. That was my dude. We actually have some, we made songs together, like, probably like a year or two before he passed. We had a couple songs together that got lost on his computer or whatever. Something happened to his computer and all the songs got lost. But we had a couple songs, and he definitely inspired me and like helped me, get over the fear of caring what people thought about me, I guess, because I used to care.
Yeah.
But now I don't give a fuck, so...
That's how you gotta be, because if we care about what people think of us, then that's another limitation we hold on ourselves, because who cares what people think of us? It matters what we think of ourselves. And if we're gonna make our life be based around pleasing everybody, then that's not even our life.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's great. And then so yeah, Young Swoop, as you guys know, he's a local artist that passed away. We talked about it on episode 9 last season, but huge tribute to him. That's why I put him at the intro of my podcast, because he was such a good dude. Do you want to like speak any more on that situation? Like,
yeah, I mean, he used to date my sister and stuff. That was my boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. He was a really good dude. I had PE class with him, and we were on the same basketball team. We had a basketball unit for like 3 months. It was crazy, and we were on the same team the whole time.
Yeah,
I loved that dude.
Really good dude. Just really bright, and he just always had something to offer at the table, as well as Adam and Herrick. They're both really good dudes.
Yeah. Well, rest in peace to them. And,
yeah.
As for me, like with Kyle, everything I do is in tribute of him.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people know that. Would you say that's pretty similar situation for you and Young Swoop?
I mean, I think you were closer with Kyle. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and tell you that I was as close to Jackson as you were to Kyle.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's similar.
Exactly. Yeah. So those things are the motivation behind a lot of, creators. A lot of people that are doing different things, the motivation of keeping people's legacies alive, which we talked about in episode 7 this year, keeping people's legacy alive. So I respect you for that, keeping Young Swoop's legacy alive with your music. And, I tried to do the same with the intro song, but rest in peace, Young Swoop. I just wanted to bring him up because he was a local artist that had a lot of potential, just like you. You got so much potential. I'd say you probably have the most potential out of anyone in the Kansas City area. So
appreciate it.
The fact to get you on here is lit. But anyways... What are some difficulties you've faced with making music? Because I guarantee you haven't, from the days of you just freestyling with your friends, it hasn't been all easy up to this point.
Bro, no. This is like, okay, so yeah. We're talking about like basically the difficulties.
Yeah, difficulties you had.
All right. First thing is getting support.
Yeah.
From my friends, from randos, from just anyone, from my family. Actually, my family hella supports.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. My family hella supports.
Shout out to the Browns.
They all bump my music and stuff. But my friends, even some of my friends don't even know a single song I ever made. Never even listened.
Exactly.
Can't tell you one lyric I ever made in any song. So that kind of hurts. But it's like at the same time, if any like local artists or like any smaller artists are listening to this. It's not your friends that's going to make you successful, and it's not your friends that's going to help you achieve goals. It's people you don't know, reaching out to people you don't know, random people, random fans, is what I discovered is what's going to get you successful in the long run, because you don't know enough people even if all your friends did support you, you wouldn't.
You don't know enough to go.
You don't.
anywhere
You know
from
what I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah.
You wouldn't go viral. Like if everyone in Raymore listened to my stuff, I still wouldn't go viral. You know what I'm saying?
What
Or
do you-
everyone in KC. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about this? Like when you have a friend that you know is a true day one friend from the old days, from your childhood, but they're not supporting you. They're not hitting you up, telling you your music's good. They're not even listening, and they almost dismiss you off because you're chasing your dream. What do you like? What does that make you feel?
It, like at first it used to piss me off. Like for real. Like it used to just piss me off. Like you know what I'm saying? Like all right. Like if you maybe they're working. Maybe they're making fucking pins. Say they're making pins, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I would go and buy a bunch of their fucking pins because
Exactly.
I like to support, you know, my people. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because if they're your friends, you're gonna support your friends.
Just like if you made merch, I will buy your merch, which I did.
Yeah, literally, bro.
But like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just like if I made merch, you would buy my merch. But it's like the same thing. Like, not everyone thinks like that, so you can't blame them.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's just kind of shitty. But you can't blame them because sometimes they're jealous, or sometimes they're this or that. Or
They have their own insecurities
know,
at times, or sometimes they just don't understand, like, that support is needed for your success.
That
like,
support is what I do for, like, my job. You know what I'm
like,
saying?
you don't succeed without listeners. So
No.
for them to not listen is like, are you really my friend? And that's the thing with me. It's like, I'm a loving person. I'm not going to hate somebody because they don't support me, but I will remember it. Like, if I
Right.
blow up tomorrow and then they start hitting me up saying my stuff's good, I was like, well, why weren't you supporting when I was day one? Like, why weren't you
Facts.
supporting season 1? Why weren't you listening to season 2? Like,
That's facts.
that's the thing. Like, yes, I still love you. Yes, I will take you in because that's the type of person I am, and I feel like you're similar.
Yeah.
But it's like, why weren't you supporting me from day one? And it does hurt, but you gotta get past that because, like you said, it's not those people that are gonna get us to where we want to be, especially you. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get like famous from this podcast or anything, but you're trying to, blow up off this music stuff.
Yeah.
Because you deserve it. Your music's good enough to do that. So.
Bro, I wish, I don't even listen to myself like that. Like, I don't listen to myself because all my unreleased stuff is 10 times better than anything that's out right now. So I'm just trying to, figure out a market strategy because I just know I'm not even trying to sound like an arrogant, asshole right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I just got some really good songs and I'm trying to take my time in releasing them and marketing them correctly.
Exactly.
And grouping them together accordingly.
Yeah, because if you put too much out at once, then people will consume it and then they'll
It's
be satisfied. If you put out little things, like little 1-minute songs, little 1-minute segments, give them what they want, they're just going to be craving that.
Facts. And that, whenever my first drop right now on iTunes, Spotify, and all that stuff was the 18-song or the 17-song album.
17 song, yeah.
I noticed that, the first 5 songs got hella plays.
Exactly.
And then
but the rest kind of
towards the bottom, you'll notice
that's something that, dude, I tell, like, Tie-Dye, one of my friends, Tyler Gray, that makes music, I'm like, bro, when you drop your first album, make sure the first, 3 songs are your 3 best.
Yeah.
Because for your first album, that's what people really focus on.
Right.
So if you want to hook them, you got to make sure they're fire. And that's what you did, bro. Dose 23 is still one of my favorite songs to this day.
I like them. I just, if I could go back in time, I would have mixed them differently.
Yeah.
But, it's part of the learning process.
Yeah, sometimes that's the beauty in it because everyone has their start. And
Yeah,
you got to appreciate
for sure.
the start. You got to appreciate where you're at and where you want to be,
Yeah. And, I always ask people, like, do you think I should delete these? Do you think I should delete my old shit? And they're always like, no, bro. Because I guess people like to listen to progression with artists.
Yes.
I don't do that personally, but, like, people love to listen to progression throughout years of making music to see where they started off at, basically.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
And for me, like, I'm a big X fan. X is my, one of my biggest inspirations.
Yeah.
I literally do this podcast sort of, because that's what he did. He kind of inspired me to make this podcast just by watching the way he moved. But I like his old stuff better. Like, this morning, I was listening to all of his SoundCloud music from, 6 years ago. Like, that OG stuff, sometimes, it's like the real fans is what they appreciate the most.
It's more heart,
Exactly, bro. Exactly. So, yeah. Let's change topics here. Drugs and music is a topic you told me you wanted to talk about. So, would you like to speak on that?
So, yeah, like, we were trying to come up with ideas for what to say on this podcast, and I saw a Lil Xan interview, basically. He came out saying that his old label was giving him drugs and, they only care about how much money you're making them in a short amount of time that you're living. And once you're gone, it's easier to manage a dead artist than a live artist.
Exactly.
And it made me think, and I was like, wow, there's really a stereotype with drugs in music, and it's not. Sometimes it's true and stuff. Like, drugs are associated with music and in a fashion, but like, it doesn't need to be that way. And I recently went sober from using drugs. Like, I was fucked up on every drug you can think of. Like, so I was fucked up on all these drugs, and I recently quit every drug, and it's cleared my mind and made me a better person and helped me kind of figure out who I am, like, as a person more. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like my mind and my soul was like clouded by doing these drugs. Like, it made me feel good. Yeah. But once I'm off them, I just want some more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
how were you able to do that? Because I know people that they can't quit even vaping, let alone doing all these other drugs. I know people that like tell me I can't quit if I wanted to. So how were you able to just let it go?
I quit vaping too. I was fucking. I don't know. I don't really want to talk about that, but I was addicted to vaping and shit. I used to be a cigarette smoker, and I quit cigarette smoking, started vaping. Yeah. Then I was a big vapor. I had to quit because it was fucking my lungs. But basically, the only way you're gonna be able to quit drugs, nicotine, tobacco, alcohol is telling yourself that you need to. Yeah. Like, you can go through all these addiction programs, go to rehab, get on nicotine patches, do alternative sources of drugs or whatever. But at the end of the day, you can make yourself quit. It's all in your mind. Like, bro, you can literally make yourself do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's your life. Like, you're the one in control. It's like playing a video game and having someone else take the remote. Yeah. Like, you're the one with the remote. You're
and,
the one
like, there are people with, like, addictive personalities, and I don't want to diss on them. Like, because that is a thing. And, like, some people get more addicted to other things than, like, I don't know if I'm saying this right. Like, some people are more susceptible to get addicted to certain substances than other people are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I don't want to diss them because I might be one of those people that's not that likely to get addicted to things. Yeah. So I can easily cold turkey. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you got to be mentally strong, and that's what I recommend if anyone's ever thinking about quitting substances or whatever. And I recommend it too because I feel so much better. I haven't been clean in like 5 years. I was heavy drug addict and alcoholic for 5 years.
Yeah, well, good for you, bro. I'm really glad to hear that because seems like my favorite rapper always seems to pass away due to drugs, like Peep, Juice WRLD. You even talked about Juice WRLD a little bit before this. Was there anything you want to say on that?
I watched Juice WRLD's documentary and a couple videos about like how he was using and stuff, and it reminded me, it scared me because I saw him die. I saw all this, everything about him dying, and it reminded me of my fucking life and like how I was living and like fuck, all the people around me and stuff. And so I just changed. I don't know. It kind of inspired me to like change. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like just a little bit. Like I wasn't completely off drugs, but I was like, all right, I need to check myself and like maybe cut off some people that aren't good for me that are doing this type of stuff.
Exactly. That's great having the willpower to cut people off doing that type of stuff because I talk to people. I personally have never done drugs, never even drank or anything like that, and so people come to me when they're trying to quit stuff. And I'll talk to them and we'll feel good, have a good conversation. But then they go hang out with those people and get back into it. Because like those people, if they're not willing to change, once you go back with them, you're just going to be exactly how you were. So big credit to you for having the mental power to quit and having the mental power to cut people off that, you loved, you were with all the time. So,
still love them.
Yeah, still love them. Yeah. Still love them. Still.
Facts.
Yeah, so great stuff because,
appreciate that.
Like I said, dude, I'm tired of seeing talented people pass away from that type of stuff.
Yeah, it's sad, bro.
It really is.
It sucks.
So I heard you had a few questions for me. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you get into that. Real quick.
So all right. So you always come like, bro. One of my questions was, how are you so fucking confident? Like, how are you confident? Like you always come in here, like with the big dick energy. Like I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Okay.
Like how. Like I listen to your podcast every week. It is dope, and like I'm just wondering, like, how do you build up the confidence? What gives you all this confidence?
I appreciate you asking me some questions because I feel like I want to answer some questions too sometimes.
Yeah,
so,
bro.
Dude,
now I got the notes. Now
yeah, okay. No, literally, bro. Like for me, it's just not caring about what people think because my happiness doesn't lie in someone else's hands. Like, I'm living my life, especially since Kyle died. Like, I know he's always watching down on me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why would I live my life, like, being boring and not having fun? Because he's watching me, and I want to put on a show and be myself, you know? Like, I'm trying to, make him proud. And also, I'm trying to make my family proud. I'm not trying to, be fake around them or be fake to the world. I want everyone to know who I truly am. And if they don't like me, then cool. I got people that do.
Yeah.
And a big thing for me, literally, I was going to talk about this later on, but, like, when I started dating Macy, especially, like, her and her family, her brothers that are literally in this room right now. Like,
we're looking at us
right now. And, like, you and, like, all my true, real friends, I'm like, what do I have to lose if people hate on me? Like, if I start this podcast and it fails and, like, people think I'm a clown for it, like, what do I have to lose? Because I still got people that love me. I still got people that are going to support me. So, like, what do I have to lose? And at the same time, if I lose everybody, like, say everybody is gone and it's just me, it's never going to be just me because I always got Kyle watching over me. And I'm content with that. I'm content with what I have. So I'm like, I don't know. I guess that's what's up.
That's what's up. So, like, okay. So, yeah. Basically, all right, so, we're both doing our own thing. Like, we're both, like, entrepreneurs in this sort. Like, I'm not really, you know what I'm saying? I'm more of a...
We're both chasing our dreams.
We're both creative entrepreneurs.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what the word for it is, but, like...
Whatever the word is, y'all probably know.
So, you just said you aren't scared of failure?
I'm not too scared of failure, honestly.
Yeah.
Because, like, dude, like, honestly, what do I have to lose? I have everything I need.
Yeah.
Like, what's the worst that could happen in America? You become homeless? Like, that would suck. But, it gets worse than that in other countries. Like, being homeless in America still isn't as bad as literally suffering in Africa or somewhere with nowhere to go. Just being grateful for what we have. And I know, like, with the people around me, that's not even really an option. Yeah. I know I'm probably, like, I could go to one of my friend's basement if it came to it. Yeah. Like, dude,
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, like, I don't fear failure, and I also have my security blanket of being a PE teacher. Okay. So, like, if all else fails, I'm still going to be able to make a positive impact through the students' lives that I'll teach someday. So I just feel like I'm in a good spot right now. So I'm like, what do I have to lose?
I always tell people with failure, I cut off my plan B. So, like, my plan B, about sophomore, junior year of college, I decided music was my plan A. Yeah. Like, I still went to school and shit, and I still went to class, and, like, I was getting good grades and shit. Yeah. And, like, I still might even go back to college someday. Like, who knows? Yeah. I always tell people, though, I just got so focused and so narrow-minded into, like, having a plan A and only a plan A. I said...
Exactly. And that's what I respect.
I cut off the plan B, bro. I said, college was my plan B. I said, fuck that. I only want a plan A. I need one thing to focus on. And my one thing right now is music and making connections and getting my mind right and doing this shit for therapy. And basically, I can't have... failure isn't an option for me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we differ on that, I think. Because you're more of like, you can fail and you'll still be all right. Yeah. So you don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but for you, it's like, that's not an option.
But that's what makes it dope. That's what's cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All of us, even the guys in this room, like, everyone has their own dream in their own way they want to get there and their own, beliefs about it. Yeah. And that's what's cool about doing this type of shit, like this entertainment shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everyone's different, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Everybody's being themselves too. Like,
yeah, bro. And that's the thing about, people that we hang around with is everyone is themselves. And, like, I'll never switch up to, to conform to anyone or anything. Never, bro. And you never will either. And that's why you just said that shit about failure. And I just said my own shit about failure. We all have our own views on different things, you know.
Two things I just want to say. One, like my plan B really isn't a plan B because my goal is not to blow up from this podcast or blow up from a vlog. My goal is literally to just impact as many people as possible before I die. Yeah. Because losing Kyle to suicide, like, that woke me up. Like, dang, there's some mental problems, and I don't want anyone to ever go through that. Yeah. So, like, teaching PE for me is going to allow me to positively impact a bunch of people. So, like, that is still incorporated in my plan A, because my plan A is just to impact people in any way that I can.
So, in a way, your plan A and your plan B are the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But what I am saying, though, is that if this blew up, that'd be a lot better.
Awesome.
Because I wouldn't have to just be stuck to one school. I could impact every generation, everybody. Like, that would be a dream.
Yeah.
And I'm chasing that, but I also realize, like I have another way of doing it. So, it is a plan B, but it's the same type of thing. And the other thing, well, what were we talking about? What else did you say about that? Oh, yeah, we're all doing our own thing type of stuff. Like, I did notice, when we were talking about earlier, when I saw it on your TikTok, I did notice that, like, when I started doing this podcast, I lost a lot of friends, and I don't know why. And I was like, is that my fault? Like, do people think I'm got some big ego, like, cocky dude that's, like, all about himself, posting all his promotions and stuff?
Yeah.
But it's like, those aren't my real friends, because my real friends know that I'm trying to post these promotions to bring people in to positively impact them. So it's like, I don't know. I guess talking today just kind of made me realize a lot about it's not about, like, I need to take a step. My goal is to kind of take a step back with the promotion and all that in order to take a step forward. But it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, if they don't support me, like, then they weren't my real friends in the first place. And after they, like, all my, like, old friends, not all, but, like, the ones that did, like, kind of disappear, all the new friends I've gained, like, that's something beautiful, because now I'm friends with you. Now I'm friends with RobertTheCreator. Now I'm friends with Ty. Now I'm friends with, me and Bird are a lot closer. Me and all these dudes are a lot closer that are really going out and doing stuff. So it's like, maybe that's a beautiful thing. Losing people. Like, that's just the waves of life, I guess.
Losing to gain. It's there's actually a book called, I think it's called Losing to Gain, or Losing to Regain, or some shit like that. But it's like a book that basically talks about that kind of stuff. But so you were talking about, like, losing friends. Like, bro, I've lost so many friends. Like, bro, it's like they think I'm trying to be better than them, or, like, I'm trying to, you understand what I'm saying.
I understand.
It sucks. It sucks, bro.
It's like, bro, do y'all realize that I'm not at all trying to act like I'm better than you? I'm just trying to promote my stuff to make people listen to it, because a lot of people won't listen to it. And a lot of people, I mean, how are you supposed to know that I have a podcast if I don't tell everybody about it? Yeah. Like, does that, like, that's common sense. Like, you're not going to know I have a podcast unless I post it and let people know about it. You're not going to know that episode 8, episode 9, episode 10 dropped unless I post on my story, it dropped. And then to, like, make more people be brought in, I was posting all those reels and stuff. Like, that's all just trying to make myself, like, actually be able to bring people in. So I feel what you're saying, and people see that and they think differently of you.
When you're first starting off, you kind of got to do self promo. So if anyone's listening, they've kind of been like, oh, they're bragging or boasting when they're posting promos. Just know it's what we have to do. It's part of the business, and it's what every content creator, artist, or entertainer has to do in the beginning of becoming what they want to become.
Exactly. And eventually we won't have to do that, because we'll have so many, like, fans,
that's the goal,
or people around. Yeah, that's the goal, but it's like, right now, that's what we got to do. So give us a break. That's what I'm trying to say. Give us a break, bro. Give us a break.
Yeah, but I don't know. I hate to look at things like that. We got to be optimistic and not pessimistic about a lot of things. Like, and I know you don't think like that, and we just had to, make a point.
That's the point. But it's like, at the end of the day, like we said earlier, before we got into any of that, like, I still love you if you don't support me, because that's the type of guy I am. I still love you, and if I do blow up, I'll still, like, accept you as my friend, because you're my friend. All I'm saying is, right now, I'm starting out. Lil Gat's starting out, so that's what we have to do. We're taking steps in order to make it.
Taking baby steps.
Yeah, baby steps. But was there anything else you want to say? A little freestyle time, or are you ready to get into the challenge?
No, I'm not really trying to freestyle. I'll show you some stuff after, but
not freestyle like rap, like freestyle like off the dome, nothing planned out. Anything you want to talk about?
Shit, I appreciate everyone that has been supporting and that has been following me. And Foster, and just anyone in the area, in the Kansas City area, giving support to your local entertainers, artists, video guys, camera guys, models, everything. That's how they make it. And Kansas City is an up and coming city right now, and there's a ton of talent, and I think a lot of support is needed here, and I think if the support is given, the amount of support which is needed is given.
Yeah.
I think Kansas City entertainment could be the next thing.
I guarantee
you know what I mean?
that you're right. Yeah.
Because
exactly.
the city, imagine where the city will be in 5 years.
Yeah.
I think entertainment is going along with it. And,
It is, for
with
sure.
sports too. Like, look at the Chiefs. Like,
Yeah, Chiefs.
I always, every day I wear a Chiefs hat. Every day I'm wearing red. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
like,
when this
look at
drops,
you wearing Monarchs, Kansas
Yes,
City
sir.
Monarchs.
when this drops, we'll know if the Chiefs are the 1 seed or not.
Oh wow.
Titans got to lose. We got to win. But anyways, something I wanted to just say. I like that you said local business and not small business. This is something I was just thinking about literally yesterday. It's not small business. Don't limit these people to being small. They are big. Like, they have so much potential. It's just, don't call them a small business, call them a local business, because they're a Kansas City business that have so much potential if you just give it to them.
Yeah.
So don't. I just wanted to like switch the terminology. That I've been doing that mentally, like literally as of yesterday.
Hey.
Like, it's not a small business.
It's like I got the clever fools on. You
Yes,
know?
sir. Shout out Clever Fools.
Kansas
bro.
City company.
All my like, what are they called? All my guests are just loving
Yeah.
each other, bro.
For sure, for sure.
That's so dope.
The dude's so cool, bro. I want to meet him. I've never met him.
Hey,
So.
I'm going there tomorrow to get my drop, my new
Let me
quote.
Let me
Yes,
slide.
sir. I might have to. All right, guys, we're gonna get into the challenge. I just want to start off with my challenge for this week. Listen to 3 Lil Gat Fast songs by next Monday. That is the challenge. And if you need 3 to listen to, let me give it to you. Stay Inside. That is a more chill, like deep song. Alone. That is like a rock song. It goes crazy.
Okay.
And then, like we talked about earlier, Dose 23. Dose 23 just goes hard. It just gradually gets harder. I remember when I showed it to my brother for the first time, he was like, "Who is this dude, bro?" I was like, "That's the dude that made Reminiscing." And he's like, "No way." It was crazy. This dude, Lil Gat Fast, has so much potential and so much variation of the type of music you make. He is not a rapper. He is an artist. He's a musical artist. So go check him out. If you don't check him out, literally, you just wasted 40-something minutes of your life. This dude deserves our listens. So if you're part of this Underwater FlyZone family, go run up at least 3 songs of Lil Gat Fast this week. But yeah, what's your challenge for
That's
the
a
week?
dope challenge. I like that challenge.
Yes, sir.
All right, yeah. If you do the challenge, let me know how you like the songs. DM me, add me on
for sure.
Snapchat. Lil Gat Fast on everything. So TikTok, follow me. I'll follow you back. Instagram, I'll follow you back.
Follow
so,
his TikTok. That thing's gonna blow up
Yeah.
within the next 2 months, guaranteed.
Hopefully. All right.
Hopefully.
So my challenge is, I want everyone to go out of their way sometime this week and do something that makes them uncomfortable, but will put them at an advantage later down the road. So like, all right, let's say I know Tech Nine's manager, which I don't. This is just a hypothetical.
It's a hypothetical. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I want to do a song with Tech Nine, even though like we have completely different styles, and I don't really want to do a song with Tech Nine. Right
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
I'm just saying this like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hypothetically.
So say I know Tech Nine's manager, me going out of my way and doing something that makes me uncomfortable is talking to his manager because I don't want to do that shit. But
Yeah, exactly.
I know it put me in an advantage. So like that's just an example, or like maybe helping an old lady put her groceries in her car. May not be like a actual advantage, like the people can see like a materialistic advantage, but like in your heart, maybe that's an advantage in your heart or like your soul or your karma. You know what I'm saying? If you believe in that type of thing.
And that's an advantage just in life. Like, that's a power move, just having that knowledge. Like, that would make her day better, so I'm going to go do it. That's like a power move in your soul, bro.
Yeah, that's what I mean by
Literally.
advantage, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and also another thing you can do, like, if there's someone that, you haven't talked to in a while, and you just are like, I don't know if they like me anymore. I don't know where we're at. Just go say what's up to them, like, snap them or whatever. I did that with one of my friends I lived with last year. We had some beef, low-key, and I just hit him up literally last week. Yeah, I just hit him up last week and was like, hey, bro, how you been? And we talked for a while, and now it's like, that's just something that was in my heart that's, like, gone now. Like, it wasn't, like, I was holding on to it, and then we talked, and it's just, everything's good now. Like, just go out and just do things like that. That'll help your soul. That'll help your heart. And, yeah.
Facts.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Congratulations. You are the new longest episode holder.
Hell
Yeah, it was fun. We got one more episode this season, guys. Episode 10 dropping next Monday. Or is it the last episode? I guess you'll have to find out. I might have a little deluxe planned. I don't know. Yeah. All right. I love all you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Lil Gat Fast.
For sure.
Yes, sir. All right. I'll catch y'all next week. Have a great week. Love all you. Damn, baby.
Damn, 40 minutes.
Yes, sir.
40 minutes on the dot.
Yeah. I'm going to edit it, though. It'll probably be down to like 39, 50. I don't know. Dude, that picked up like...
Is that 5?
Yes.
Yeah.
It started out like, I'll have to edit it up a little bit, but like within the first 5 minutes, it was like, this is gold.
Yeah.
And that first 5 minutes, people listen to anyways, so...
Yeah, they look good. This camera kept overheating and stuff, so I had to...
Overheating?
Yeah, I had to like fan
Was it
it
because
down.
of that?
Nah, I think it was just running too much.
Really?
And I was zooming in and out a lot.
Interesting.
That was a lot.